That's the reason why I came from behind the mic, because I would rather be in front of the camera.
I can understand.
You feel me? Because I just got a lot of expressions and everything. I need y'all to see this. You understand what I'm saying? I need you to see my face when I tell y'all I say niggas ain't shit. Like that. Are y'all ready? Me going to the store. I got stuck or whatever. So the guys helped me shovel. They help, shovel my car out, and then they shovel a space out for me right in the front. Like, they're so nice. Like, they're so nice.
That's true.
I got you.
And we be forgetting too.
I like how y'all posing for a picture.
Cause I'm in the middle. I was like, oh wait. So now let's do a pose. I'm gonna try.
You gonna do that post thing?
I wish I had pants on. So I would have got. I'm ready for my day.
We'll get down.
We'll be in the jail cell.
Y'all know I'm recording, right?
Oh!
Definitely flat or like questionable.
See,
I want people
the
to get
pressure. See the pressure right there. The pressure right there. So the pressure. Don't you dare. Like financial problems and just everything, anxiety, depression, like shit was real. Like I really understand Britney Spears from that 2000, like dead
Yo,
ass.
everybody's starting to say that now that we older, because back then we like, she cut her hair, why? But now everybody older, like now we understand why.
I kept What's going on, everybody? This is your girl Lils, and welcome to another episode of the Lils Experience. We are now at episode 5. The title of this episode is called The Pressure, and as you can see, I am not here alone. I am with the beautiful ladies of Queendom.com. Queendom.com is a lifestyle women empowerment platform that they created for young creatives of color, or if you just if you look like you got a little sauce. This is for you as well. So I'm going to go ahead and let these ladies introduce themselves and let y'all know exactly what it is they're trying to accomplish with this.
So I'm Tiffany. I am the design aspect of the blog platform. What we are trying to, what we are delivering to people is women empowerment within our own community. Because unlike society, they don't like to see us together. So that's what we're trying to do.
And I'm Chi. I collaborated on the blog with Tiffany, so I'm kind of like the editing aspect, like the editor type of thing. And we both just work on the pod. We work on the website together.
They're giving away stuff. Secrets. Secrets. Where are you ladies from?
I'm from Jersey City, living in East Orange now, and the movies, I feel like I'm in the country right now.
It's just different than what she used to. Chi, where you from?
I'm originally from Hillside, but I'm in Newark.
Oh yeah, I'm from Newark. The name of this episode is called The Pressure. Now, basically, what this episode is going to be about is the many pressures that we feel in this day and age, particularly in this age bracket. I'm going to say from the ages of even 18 to, I'll probably say 35. The pressures that we feel as far as marriage, career, children, body image, just the whole everything. I have noticed that in today's society, they have set a so-called standard for what the person our age should be doing, or how far we should be in life right now. And to me, it's bullshit.
That it is.
Excuse my language, but for me, I just think it's BS, just simply because I don't feel as though they're basing that off of real life experiences. I feel like they're basing it off of just the things that we're surrounded by these days. Like, we live in a popcorn society, We live in a reality TV society. You know, we live in a social media society where people are steady trying to emulate the things that they see as opposed to really living their life for themselves and really setting realistic goals. Now, I'm not saying that, you know, you can't do anything that you can't do anything, you can't be what you want to be or whatever the case may be, but I just feel as though that people try so hard to imitate someone else's life as opposed to, you know, understanding like, look, this person is in this situation because of XYZ. I'm in my situation because of XYZ. So I'm gonna go ahead and ask you, young ladies, have you ever felt, well, do you now feel any pressure?
For me personally, it's just, I feel like the pressure that I'm getting is just career-wise. Like,
Okay.
That's the only thing I'm getting. Like marriage and kids, stuff like that. It's not. I mean, biologically, clock ticking type thing, yeah, but
Well, I don't know. Look, don't start that biological clock, okay? Because if God says it, then it's gonna be done at the end of the day. You
but
know what I'm saying?
I have a lot of friends that have kids. It's like, Tiff, you having kids? Ooh, child. Ooh, when you can find me with a study boyfriend, then maybe we can talk. No, I just really feel like career-wise is what the pressure is on me. Because, like I said, everything else can come. But we all know that money makes the world go round, and without a great paying job, you know, you can't get to all this stuff, you know, without working extra hard. So that's what I feel.
Right now, if I feel pressure, I do feel pressure. I guess more so from myself. External pressures, they're there, but they're not impacting me as much as I guess they used to. But for right now, I'm kind of with Tiffany on the career thing because they told us it would be easy, and it's not easy. And yeah, I mean, we all trying to get money, and we're trying to do it and be happy about how we getting the money too, you know. So, I mean, as far as pressures go, career is the main thing. Being independent, financially stable, being comfortable, being happy, being at peace. I have some pressures about those types of things.
Okay. So would you say that you feel pressure from society, or do you feel pressure from people you know, or is it pressure from yourself?
I think it's more so just myself. I feel like my family, for the most part, everybody else is so proud. It's just me. Like, just, you know how you want something. It's like almost touchy type thing. Like that's how I feel. Like that's how I feel. Like outside looking in, people are like, oh, you know, her life's great. Da da da. It's just like, yeah, but to me, I feel like I need to do better. You know what I mean? Like the support is there. Society wise, I mean, society's a whole different conversation. You know, because I mean, it's just hard in general being black and being a woman. So that's society wise. Nobody wants to see us succeed but ourselves. You know, our own kind. You know? So that's
So the pressure that you do feel is, do you feel the pressure from society, people that you know, or is it mainly coming from yourself?
The pressures are mostly from me, but then it's also kind of people that I know, like not the people that are really close to me because I kind of know their story, but it's the people that I loosely know. That it's
like you're somewhat cool with, but then again, they're not your friend.
Exactly, they're not your friend, so you don't know how they got there, but it's like they're in your vicinity enough that it's like, okay,
they don't know how they got there. Maybe it's not sticking telling you that you need to be doing something.
That's a point.
I'm just saying.
That's a point.
But you gotta take sometimes, like, I don't know, I'm a very like positive thinker, optimistic person. So it's like when it comes about the like relationships and like when it comes to like just saying where you're supposed to be, you don't know where you're supposed to be. That's just like when people say, oh, you know, by the time I'm 35, I'm gonna do this. It's just like you might not have that by the time you're 35.
Exactly.
So you shouldn't put a number on it. You should just know your goal and, you know, like say this is how I'm gonna get. So like me, I try to do everything else, like work a lot of things in like time frames as far as like, okay, so my goal is to get to, let's see, this next promotion. All right, I get the promotion. So what's next? My next goal is to, you know, I I don't know, start a business. Okay, I learned what I needed to learn prior, through struggle, through everything. Because I feel like with things like that, that's how you inspire people when you tell the story. So when I look back on my life, whenever I have children, or like if I ever become someone's mentor, I don't know if anyone's looking up to me now, but whenever that happens, it's just like, okay, this is how that happened. Because people, I love to hear people's stories.
I got a story for y'all asses.
I love to hear people's stories and say, this is how I'm here today because this is what I've been through. And that right there is a real person, because all these other things, when people just happen to like you said, you got people that loosely know you, and it's just you don't really know how they got to that point. That's not really that's not. You can't help me with nothing. So in my eyes, it's why are you talking to me? Why are we even having this conversation? You know what I mean? Why are you even trying to judge me? That's when I kind of have to dismiss it. So I feel like with the whole pressure thing, it's hard that. It's just you can't.
Well, I mean, I don't feel like that now. Though, I definitely felt those pressures at some point. I'm very much into church and everything like that. I feel like I have a bomb relationship with God. He always coming through for the kids. But, it had to take my spiritual journey in order for me to realize and understand, look, the plan that you have for yourself is not necessarily the plan for your life. There's a lot of things that I have been through, that have pretty much discouraged me, even down to this show. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm coming a different way, of course I felt pressure, are people going to watch it? Do people care? But I'm not presenting some other stuff, I'm not knocking people who do that. You understand what I'm saying? By all means, get your point. But for me, that's just not what I want to bring to the table. That's not how I want to present myself. You know what I'm saying? So for me, I definitely did feel pressure in some way, shape, or form about a lot of those things. Sometimes, when Thanksgiving or Christmas come around, and I show up to dinner and I'm coming alone again. It's I'm coming alone again. I just, sometimes I feel like my family looking at me well, what's wrong with this heifer? Why she keep coming alone? You understand? But, I've gotten more comfortable with that. I've gotten more comfortable with my place in life. Not saying that I'm satisfied with this.
Just accepting it for now.
You understand what I'm saying? But I understand my place in life right now.
But I just want to say, listen now, people showing up, they single, that's because ain't nobody valuing relationships now.
Oh, she on a whole nother episode. Cut. I don't necessarily feel pressure right now anymore. At some point, I definitely felt pressure. Not necessarily career-wise. My pressure was more so of relationship and family, because I'm very family oriented. I come from a big family on both sides, and both of my brothers are in relationships. So I'm the last of the Mohicans, the Lone Rangers. You understand what I'm saying? So I definitely felt pressure in regards to those things. As far as my career and everything like that, I always knew that wasn't something that wasn't going to be overnight. I never really felt pressure about that up until a couple of years ago. The pressure for me was, relationship, family, marriage, just simply because, I always wanted a family, and because of the way that, my previous relationships worked out, I haven't been in a successful one yet. It was definitely discouraging. So for me, it was always the question of, when is this going to happen? When am I going to finally fall in love with somebody? When am I going to, be able to start this big family that, well, not really that big. Not that big. Let me bring that back. When I'm going to start this nice little family. This nice little family that, I'm supposed to have. But in my walk with my spiritual walk with God and everything like that, and as my relationship started to strengthen with him, he started to reveal to me it's not really on your time, and I feel like that's a problem for this society. They don't understand that it's not when we want it to happen at the end of the day, because we necessarily really don't have control over our lives. The things that we do have control over, people don't do anything about it. That's what I have noticed. Then the other things that we don't have control over, it's, everybody's going into, they're getting frantic, and it's just like, I gotta do it now. I can't wait till I get too old. Who says that you're too old? Like, my mom had me when she was 34 years old. You understand what I'm saying? I ain't in a rush to have nobody kids. Like, I'm really not in a rush. My oldest brother, he's what? 37? Or about to be 37? And he's just about to get married. You understand what I'm saying? My other brother, he's 30. He ain't married and he ain't proposed yet. You understand? But I do know that that's in his plans and everything like that, So my oldest brother, he's back in school as well. And I'm going back to school in January also. So for me, it's like, you know what, Leanne, there's really no time limit on this thing. You have a plan, you have goals, and at the end of the day, your faith in God is, unshaken. So with those things, I feel as though that everything eventually will start falling into place.
Definitely true.
So another pressure that I've noticed a lot of, and I'm going to say females are under in this age group, is they struggle with their image, their body, and everything like that. I've noticed that there's a particular trend in the way that a lot of these females look these days. I'm not knocking them, a lot of them, they look good. They're very pretty girls. But I've also noticed that in our everyday lives, I do come across quite a few females who say they wish that their butt was bigger, or they want to have this silhouette frame and everything like that, or they want their breasts smaller, or or they want their breasts bigger, or they I don't want to be anything other than brown skin, and I don't understand anybody who wouldn't want to be anything than what than what their color is. But there's females who still aren't really loving their skin tone and the skin that they're in, and they're following certain trends to be something else. Has there ever been a time where you guys felt any pressure in regards to your physical appearance?
Weight wise, like I want to say back when I was in college, or like when I graduated from college, when I had like the whole body image thing, but that was just like fuel for me to just become healthier. Like it was just more of a health issue. Like you gotta get healthier, like this is how you have like pre-existing, issues, like hereditary things. Like kill those little things going on, but that was really it. I mean, I did slim down. Like, really, I went from like a size 16 to like a size 8. I mean, right now, a size 12. That's neither here nor there.
It's totally fine.
But I mean, like, to me, it's just more of like just having being healthy, and I only get one body, so being healthy.
She, what about you?
If I've ever felt societal pressures, for sure. I've always valued my weight. Until I started counting my numbers and all my letters, I've been valuing my weight. It's gone up, it's gone down. I've had drastic weight loss, and I've increased. So the weight thing is always there. As far as physical shape and the way I look and everything like that, I mean, I guess that has gone up and down too. But you know what? Really, some of these things are straight up trends. And my body, I like to think of it as not being a trendy piece. So right now,
hashtag.
Right now, a certain body frame might be in, but who's to say 20 years, 30 years down the line, that body type will be in? I mean,
as long as you're comfortable on how you are presented to people, I don't see there's people out there that's two of us, three of us put together, and they still out here rocking crop tops and stuff like that. They look good.
Well, I definitely feel as though that reality TV and social media has caused us, particularly us, to not be happy with what we have. I know for myself, I'm not gonna say that social media and reality TV made me feel insecure or anything like that. Like she said, I've struggled with my weight since, I was a kid. I was Oompa Loompa.
Stop.
I had these really fat cheeks. Like, it was just crazy until I started playing soccer. So once I got to 8th grade, I got really skinny. High school, I was really skinny, but throughout the years, I started to put on weight. And I like the way that I started to look when I put on weight. Like, now when I look back at pictures of myself, I'm so disgusted because of how skinny I was. But then it's like, Leanne, why are you disgusted with how you were? Like, why? What's making you feel disgusted about that? You understand what I'm saying? It's because of the day and age that we live in. They put certain body types to a higher standard. You understand what I'm saying? But why? Why? It's all for physical pleasure at the end of the day, So for me, I definitely felt pressure as far body-wise. I definitely felt insecure about my weight for a really long time because I'm kind of tall to be a girl, The doctor says I'm kind of tall to be a girl.
With the ear.
So, like as right now, I'm 240, but I don't look 240. I don't look 240. You understand what I'm saying? And people always say like, you look good. And I'm like, look y'all, I hear what you're talking about, but y'all not carrying around this 240. You understand what I'm saying? Y'all not carrying it around. And then it's like girls who have big breasts. Yeah, breasts are fine. You're not carrying them triple H's around. Like, you understand what I'm saying? Like, no. You're not carrying it around. So, I do believe that if there is something wrong, if there's something about yourself that you don't like, I believe fix it. But what I do believe is before you fix anything, you need to be confident with yourself.
Speak on it.
You need to be confident in who you are, and you need to be confident in what you believe in. Because it don't make sense to go lay up on somebody's table and you already don't feel good about yourself. Like, you know how many times it took for me to like literally stand in front of the mirror naked and just be like, son, this what you got. Like,
That's like
what you
right
got.
there. That's when you stepped into womanhood. Like, since I'm ready. What up? What up, sis? That's you, sis. I see you, sis.
It's like this what I got. This is what I'm working with. All right, we gonna fix this. We gonna fix that. But this is me. This is who I am, and it's either you like it or you don't. All right. So first, before I ask the question, the topic of mental health, and particularly the Black community, is frowned upon. People shy away from it and do not want to talk about it. Do you feel a lot of the depression and anxiety comes from pressures that we feel from about marriage, family, career, kids, and body images?
Yeah, I do. And I think it's just health, like it's just life in general. Like, one, because being Black is really hard. Like, we all know that. Like, just like whether you're a man, you're a woman, like you're in between. Like, I don't know what you're into, but like it's just hard. Like, we have to work 10 times harder to like get where we want to go. To like be
or just not even be successful, but just to keep our head above water.
Everyone falls on a certain end of the spectrum. The only thing is, in being a person of color, is that we're supposed to suck it up and keep quiet about it. And we're not allowed to express things. We hear things like, keep family business in the family. Keep your mouth shut, to be seen and not heard. Men don't cry. All this stuff, keep your head up and whatever else. Like, there's all these things that pretty much tell us you're supposed to have it under control. You're supposed to be put together. You're supposed to not cry. You're supposed to have everything figured out. Matter of fact, mental health, what? That shouldn't even be a factor. But the reality is, it is. Our mental health determines how we move through life. Determines how we interact with other people. And so I'm never afraid to have those conversations with people because I know how damaging it can be. How lives can be lost when you don't speak up and you seek the help that you need, and when people around you, even family members, discourage you from addressing the issues that you might have. So yeah, I mean, all those issues that society puts on us, all those pressures that we feel, it's exacerbated because we have to deal with so much more that's impacting our psyche. It's more than just having to deal with life, is dealing with life, living issues that we're living in, which is very particular to our group. So there's a way that these things are supposed to be addressed, and they're not supposed to be neglected, especially for us, because we have a history of things that went on way before, before our time on Earth, that has been passed down from generation to generation to generation, that impacts the way we're even brought up. So it's not a question whether or not it asks.
I mean, I definitely agree 110%, which is why I asked you guys this question. For myself, I definitely felt pressure to the point where I just literally felt like, okay, I can't breathe right now. Like, you understand what I'm saying? Like, I don't hide from anyone that I, have battled with anxiety for the last couple of years. Like I told you ladies, I go to a therapist now. Well, I broke up with her for a little bit, just because I don't be feeling like driving. Yeah, it's not like that right now. But I felt pressures that were on me before I even knew that these pressures were on me. And as you get older, you start to realize that these pressures have always been on you. People always hold you to a certain standard. They always put you on a pedestal. So I know for myself, I definitely felt like, the pressures that I was feeling, I felt like, I can't talk about this. I can't really sit down and explain to my family exactly what is going on inside of my head, because we all hate I hate when people use this word, the C word. Don't call me crazy. Don't call me crazy. It's not all just in my head. You understand what I'm saying? This is the everyday life that I have to live, and these are the pressures that I have to face. I have to feel as though I'm good enough at all times, and not a lot of people feel as though they're good enough. Which is why we have so many people of color that's battling with depression, anxiety, suicide, other mental illnesses that are not being addressed, all simply because at the end of the day, we steer away from that as opposed to addressing it. And we say all of that to say, if you are feeling any type of pressure, whether it be job, career, relationship, family, marriage, please don't hesitate to reach out to someone and speak up about it. This is what the Lil's Experience is about. I want to create a safe place for everybody to come to express these emotions and things that you're going through, because I'm going to keep it real with y'all all the time. So I just want y'all to keep it real with me. I just want to thank these ladies from Queendom.com, it's a tongue twister, from Queendom.com for joining me on this episode of the Lil's Experience. Please follow these ladies. I'm going to let them go ahead and plug all their stuff in real quick.
So follow us on Official Queendom on Instagram. We have a Twitter.
Queendom tweets.
We actually have a few events going on in the weekend. So we have our own podcast coming up in a couple of weeks, and then we have a party that will start going sale next month. Pre-New Year's celebration party. So we about to get lit, whatever.
Look, I have to go to church first. Don't put me.
It's on a Friday.
It's on a Friday night.
No, we have watch night service at church. To bring in the New Year.
No, New Year's is on like a...
Oh, it's on Sunday.
Like a Monday.
No, New Year's Day is Sunday.
Yeah.
No, I'm lying. New Year's Day is Monday. Sunday is New Year's Eve. My bad, y'all. My bad.
Friday, so you can turn up. Still going to church too.
Not too much.
But yeah, so we have a few things in the making. So just keep up with us. Keep up with the site as well.
And if you want to nominate anybody to be featured on there, see?
How can we forget? See, this is why she was already featured. So we do have a segment we do every year. We're supposed to be like every season, but we just change it to every year. It's a lot of editing involved. So if you know a person is doing her thing and would like to, have them submit a application on Queendom.com, it's called Queen on the Rise, which we do every year. And we just highlight different perspectives of women's lives, like how they're going on with trying to get to where they need to go. So that's also, I forgot about that.
And the purpose of Queens on the Rise is to help people of color, like women of color, find each other, because it's so finding us in one location, one area where we can all just reach each other. And that's not the case with other communities. So we created Queens on the Rise so that people can learn and grow and uplift each other. Like Tiffany loves to say, each one teach one.
Yes.
And so that's pretty much what Queens on the Rise is. So it's a rolling application. You can apply at any time. We do it once a year, and it's on our website, queendom.com. That's dem.com. And follow us on Instagram also if you want to be up to date with anything we have going on. Really,
We don't shy away from it either because we do have Kingdom Takeover.
right? We do welcome men.
See, it's so hard to like include. You know what? I'm not gonna be like that. 'Cause I love my men. Like I love my kings. So I'm not gonna be like that.
We gotta include them too. Right?
Yeah, no, and I always let them know that the Lil's experience is just not for females. You understand what I'm saying? Like I do plan on having guys on this show. I want them to understand that at the end of the day, this is not a place for just females. It's a place for females and males. You understand what I'm saying? Because it's a lot of things that males have gone through that I have gone through. I mean, I ain't never sleep with no girl.
But I mean, it's the same thing.
Exactly. Or I know a lot of males have gone through the same thing. They have similar stories. So I want them to know that this is not just a female, he-man, man-haters club. It's not like that. It's not like that at all. All are welcome. So I just want to thank everybody for tuning in to this episode of the Lil's Experience, The Pressure. Definitely, like I said before, if you are feeling pressure about anything, it's okay. You are not alone. You are not by yourself. There's other people out here who feel pressured as well. But always remember, you are good enough. You are going to get to where you need to be, and there's no rush because it's going to happen on your time and your time. Nope, God's time. God's time. But no, seriously, it's gonna happen when it's your time. So please don't ever feel embarrassed or ashamed because you're not quite there yet. You're gonna get there. Thank you all for tuning in. I'm gonna leave you with these 3 things: mind your business, drink your water, and talk to God. This is Lils and Queendom.com with this episode of the Lil's Experience. And until next time, peace.